Okay, once again, really gentle heat and a decent amount of butter so that they end up in a pool of it, not just a thin little veneer to stop them sticking. And that's quite important because the pool of butter means that they're lying in it and they'll soak heaps of it up, which just massively improves the flavour. If you like them from the oven, you aren't going to know what to do with yourself once you try them this way. So once you've got a puddle of butter, plop them in. I'm only going to do 2 of them because these are very, very bad for me. That's alright, I don't mind. So there you go. Now, sorry for puffing, I've just had to run outside to rescue something from the rain. When you cook them like this, at some point you're going to have to flip them. The thing to bear in mind though is that when they're frozen, the fact that they're frozen is what holds them together. So they thaw out and they just become blobs of mush. So then if you try to flip them when they're in the blob of mush phase, they'll just fall apart. So the trick is to leave them there and just look for a sort of browning to start happening around the edges, and when you see that, you'll know they'll have enough of a crust on the underside to hold them together, and then you'll be able to just pick them up and just flip them in one piece. Here we are at the soft and mushy stage. I hardly have to show you this, but anyway, you can see as I'm lifting it up, it's just falling apart. So just wait for it to start browning a lot more around here, around the edges, and then you'll be able to flip it in one piece. If you look very carefully, you can see that the bottom edge is starting to get a bit of brownness happening on it. So that means it's time to flip them. And because they're thawed out and already nice and hot, the other side of course isn't going to take nearly so long to get this brown. You don't have to get them quite that brown if you don't want to, but I just like the flavour of them when they're this brown, and just get a really nice tasty crispy crunch to them, just from soaking up so much butter. And then just sprinkle some salt on them, and 2 yummy hash browns. It's a little bit browner on that side, but that's alright, that doesn't matter. It's a bit more even. There you go.